All right, so what's it going to be? Well. You've got one of two choices.
So you're telling me what I have to do?
You've got one of two choices.
Okay.
You can respect my constitutional rights.
Let me go tell you this. I'm going to go tell the mayor, and when the mayor comes out here to tell you to leave and you refuse, then I'm going to arrest you.
Hey, go ahead.
Get your supervisor on the scene.
I don't need a supervisor. You can see him down at the gym.
So listen, if you guys want to come in here and act like you're going to educate us, I'm going to educate you real quick. Shut up.
I have 2 grams of cocaine in my butthole.
Okay, outstanding.
Because they're afraid of being held accountable. P. Barnes.
It's a nice speech, but you're still not coming in.
Please step aside. I'm going in.
No, you're not going in.
Don't touch me.
You're not going in, sir.
Let the record show that you just battered me.
Step back.
And you're using...
I'm in a public place. I can film whatever I can see. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime.
Welcome to the John Ligato Show. I'm John Ligato.
On May 31st, 2023, civil rights YouTuber Jeff Gray was standing in front of Ocean Springs City Hall in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, holding a sign that read, "God bless the homeless vets," when Officer Wilder of the Ocean Springs Police Department approached him. Mr. Gray was in Ocean Springs as part of several stops along the Mississippi Gulf Coast to investigate how each city responded to the attempted exercise of his First Amendment rights. The interaction that followed was shared on his YouTube channel.
What is it? God bless everyone today. Good morning, sir.
What are we doing?
God bless homeless veterans.
Huh?
God bless our homeless veterans.
Okay, so what are we doing?
God bless the homeless veterans.
I heard you the first time. Why don't you answer my question? What are you doing?
God bless the homeless veterans.
All right, you need to go somewhere else.
Why is that?
Because you can't solicit here on the property.
God bless the homeless veterans.
God bless them too. Have a nice day. I'm a veteran myself.
Let us analyze Jeff Gray's motivation. Now, if you listen closely, his motivation has nothing to do with homeless veterans, but...
Mr. Gray was in Ocean Springs as part of several stops along the Mississippi Gulf Coast to investigate how each city responded to the attempted exercise of his First Amendment rights.
Did you hear anything there that would benefit homeless vets? Or is Jeff Gray using homeless vets to monetize his YouTube channel?
God bless the homeless veterans.
All right, you need to go somewhere else.
Why is that?
Because you can't solicit here on the property.
God bless the homeless veterans.
God bless them too. Have a nice day. I'm a veteran myself. Move.
God bless the homeless veterans.
Did I just tell you to move?
Why are you telling me?
Because you can't be here.
Why?
Because I said.
Just because you said?
Yeah, you're on city property.
Yeah, I am.
Are you soliciting money?
God bless the homeless veterans.
Did you notice how Gray didn't answer the question, are you soliciting money? Well, maybe not directly, but maybe indirectly, since your presence there results in YouTube money.
Yeah, you're on city property.
Yeah, I am.
Are you soliciting money?
God bless the homeless veterans.
Again, what are you doing?
God bless the homeless veterans. God.
I can read.
Shh. Listen to me.
You're fixing to piss me off.
I don't give a damn if I piss you off or not.
Really?
God, is pissing you off have any kind of relevance on whether what I'm doing?
Yeah, you can't be here.
Chill it out.
No, I'm not chilling it out.
De-escalate and calm down.
No, I already
Back
told
off
you
a
what you
little.
need to do.
Back off a little before you make a big mistake.
Big mistake, really?
Yeah.
No,
Let me
you're
show
making a mistake.
You're
sir.
asking me what I'm doing. I've
Yep.
told you how many times.
You didn't tell me.
God bless
I can read.
the homeless veterans. Now, do you understand what I'm doing?
Oh, you want to play that game, really?
I am standing
No, I
on
don't
a
know
public
what you're doing.
sidewalk
You didn't tell
in
me
front
what
of
you're
City
doing.
Hall.
You keep telling me what's on your sign. You
God
didn't tell me what you're doing.
bless the homeless veterans. What do you not get about that?
What are you not getting understand me for you telling you to leave?
You can't tell me to leave.
I can tell you to leave.
I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity, sir.
Officer Wilder claims that Mr. Gray is not allowed to stand in front of City Hall and must leave, and Mr. Gray argues he's engaged in constitutionally protected activity. Although the First Amendment protects freedom of speech, the fact that an individual is engaging in First Amendment speech does not necessarily mean that they have an absolute right to remain at a government building. As the Supreme Court explained in the 1965 case of Cox versus Louisiana, quote, "The rights of free speech and assembly, while fundamental in our democratic society, still do not mean that everyone with opinions or beliefs to express may address a group at any public place and at any time." Additionally, in the 1981 case of United States Postal Service versus Council of Greenberg Civic Associations, the Supreme Court stated that, quote, "The First Amendment does not guarantee access to property simply because it is owned or controlled by the government."
Look,
Really?
you've got one of two choices.
Oh, I do. So
You,
you're telling me I have
officer, have one of two choices. You can respect my civil rights, or you can violate my civil rights. Which one's it going to be? I'm standing here with this sign, and I'm going to stand here. God put it in my heart. I'm not going anywhere. And you're not getting my ID. As a matter of fact, I'm going to start recording. I'm going to get my phone out right here, okay?
See this?
Yeah.
I'm recording right now too.
Can people get body cams from city?
So
All
this
right.
is recording too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
I'm
what's
glad
it going to
you're
be?
recording as well.
You've got one of two choices.
So you're telling me what I have to do.
You've got one of two choices.
Okay.
You can respect my
Well, let me
constitutional
go tell you
rights.
this.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go tell the mayor, and when the mayor comes out here to tell you to leave and you refuse, then I'm gonna arrest you.
All right, if I refuse.
Okay? Yes, if you refuse.
Even though I'm engaged in constitutional
It doesn't
protected activity, it doesn't matter.
No, it
I'm
does
standing on a
not.
public sidewalk in front of
Because
City
you're
Hall.
allowed to move.
I
You're
can-
allowed to leave.
I'm going to stay
You're
here.
being told.
I'm gonna stay. If the mayor comes out and tells me to leave under threat of arrest, I'll leave.
Be right back. All right, well, I just got off the phone
Yes, sir.
making a phone call. And
Yes,
the
sir.
thing is, you're actually on government property.
Right, I'm on
Okay.
City Hall property.
Yes, we have the right, the city hall, and me as being part of the city, can ask you to leave the property. We have that right. We own this thing. The city owns it. All right? So as a city employee, it's myself, people that work in there has asked you to leave and you refuse.
Okay, if you want me to leave,
And
I'll
you
leave.
And you refuse. Let me explain myself before you go any further.
Okay.
Because you're very confrontational. You want to tell me what I can and can't do. And you told me if I violate your rights, I'm going to be, I don't know, in trouble, I guess. I'm a vet as myself.
All right.
I understand what you're doing. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you here on city property. Now, if you walked off the property, you went somewhere else, all right, not on private property, and did this, it wouldn't be a problem. You understand that? And you understand that?
I'm engaged in
Do you
constitutionally
understand that?
protected. I'm engaged.
Yes or no? It's a very simple
I'm
question. Do
engaged
you
in
understand me?
constitutionally protected activity.
So
sir.
let me explain this
This
to you
is
again.
freedom of speech and
I
freedom of
don't
religion.
care.
If you want,
Let me
if you're-
explain this again.
If they're trespassing
Let me
me, I'll
explain
leave.
this again. You're trespassed.
Okay, I'll leave.
The relevant state trespassing statute, which is found in section 97-17-97 of the Mississippi Code, provides that, quote, "If any person shall without authority of law go or remain upon any premises or land of another, whether an individual, a corporation, partnership, or association, after having been forbidden to do so, either orally or in writing by any owner or lessee or custodian or other authorized person, such person or person shall be guilty of a misdemeanor." There is a limited amount of case law interpreting this statute, but while the statute does not explicitly state that it applies to government-owned public property, it is possible that a court would conclude that an individual can be convicted of trespassing on property owned by the city of Ocean Springs, which is a municipal corporation.
Frauditors, they continually and falsely believe that they cannot be trespassed on public property, but
Surprise, surprise! Did you know you can get arrested for trespassing on public property? While public spaces, think parks, sidewalks, and government buildings, are open to all, there's a catch. You still need to follow the rules. Trespassing is not just about private property. It's about entering or remaining somewhere without permission. So yes, even on public property, if you break the rules or ignore instructions from authorities, you're trespassing.
How long? I gotta get.
Before you go anywhere else,
Yes, sir.
I have a right to be here.
Okay.
Let me explain the law to you again.
All right, I wanted to
want your
leave.
identification.
You want my ID? Can I reach in my pocket and
you
get
can
it?
reach in your pocket.
Okay, I'm gonna step away from you a little bit.
Because I want your ID.
Can we go over there and do this so I'm
No,
off the
right
property? Okay, my ID is right here.
Because I have a valid reason to be here, and I have a valid reason to ask you for identification.
You don't care if I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. You're a military veteran.
Then go get your freaking lawyer and sue the city if you think that's a violation.
I would rather not do that.
Then do that, because I can tell you what, you're not going to go anywhere with it. You understand me?
I would rather not do that. I would rather you respect my constitutionally protected rights, especially being a veteran.
I do
Well, you
very
honestly
much
don't.
every day.
You're trespassing me
But
off
when
of
you
public
start
property.
becoming confrontational and telling me what I can and can't do, guess what? You're gonna lose every time.
Is it illegal?
Because I know what my job is. I know what the Constitutional says. I know what the God-given right is. You're not going to tell me anything different. You understand me? You want to get confrontational? I can get confrontational. I did 20 years in the military. I collect a VA check for being disabled. I don't have a problem you holding that sign and saying that. But when somebody tells you you have to leave and you can't do it in front of a city building, guess what? You got to go. Just that simple.
I'm not answering more questions.
Good.
You told me to leave. I'm trying to leave, but you got my ID.
Yeah, I got your ID
You told me
now.
I was trespassed. I'm leaving.
Yes, you are.
All right. You stopped me from leaving.
When I run your information, then you're really free to go.
Officer Jill, can I speak with you, sir?
Yeah, it's pronounced Gil.
Gil, I'm sorry.
Yeah, badge number 35.
All
How
right.
are you?
I'm good. I'm trying to explain to the officer here. I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. This is freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of assembly on a traditional public forum at the steps of City Hall. All I've been doing out here is politely and peacefully saying God bless the homeless veterans to people that are coming and going. I told him I'm saying God bless the homeless veterans. And now he's trespassing me off the property.
Okay.
I don't think he can do that. I think it's constitutionally, I think he's violating my civil rights doing so. So if somebody could please contact the mayor, the city manager, the city attorney, and let them know what's going on before you guys follow through with this trespass. He's trespassed me. I tried to leave, but he stopped me to get my ID. So I'm trying to comply with the trespass.
I don't know if he told you not. The way the call got reported to us was that you were out here soliciting for money, holding a sign. We don't know that until we come here and see what's going on.
Well, even if I was soliciting, it's still a civil right.
Bingo! Gray just basically admitted that he knows that soliciting for money in front of City Hall property is grounds for trespassing. Because when he was confronted with the call that he was soliciting for money, Gray states, even if I was. So Gray knows that holding his sign and getting the confrontation gets clicks and views, and that equals money, and that is soliciting.
I don't know if he told you not. The way the call got reported to us was that you were out here soliciting for money, holding a sign. We don't know that until we come here and see what's going on.
Well, even if I was soliciting, it's still a civil right. Even if I was. But I'm standing here, I told him multiple times, God bless the homeless veterans. That's what I'm doing. He asked me, what are you doing? God bless the homeless veterans.
I'll wait.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Thank you. We have city ordinances in the city, loitering, panhandling.
My question to you is, does Jeff Gray care about homeless vets, sir? Would he be out there if he didn't receive YouTube money? My take is no. What's yours? John Ligato Show is being brought to you from right outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. Hit all those buttons. I'd appreciate it. Semper Fidelis.